Hello, and welcome to the 34th edition of the Meyer Memos. Today is May 12, 2017. In management, we have no staff meeting this week. Instead, grade levels will hold class placement meetings so that they can continue their work on forming class lists for the 2017-18 school year. So on that Tuesday at 8 o'clock in the classrooms, people can work on that. And I want to thank the ESL team as well as the special ed team and all the grade level teams for working on this earlier this week to start creating those lists so that they are the most beneficial for all. So thank you. There'll be an ISST meeting on Wednesday at 8 o'clock in the conference room. We're going to have our third referendum meeting on Wednesday at 3:30 in the Media Center. We're going to work on creating a timeline. There's three areas we're working on. One is to get voters registered. Second one is to get them to vote. And a third one is communicating all the things that they need to know to do that. So I want to thank that team so far for their work. June 5th, lunch changes. On that date, kindergarten, first, and second will not be eating lunch in the lunchroom. So Teresa asked if we could adjust third, fourth, and fifth. So I know it's a few weeks out, but this is what I propose, and we'll go from there. Grade 4 would start lunch at 11:10 like normal. Grade 5 we would change to 11:26, and then grade 3 would come in at 11:42. And if I don't hear anything from anyone, I'm going to assume that this is going to be a go. All right, thank you. Progress report window, I shared this with you last week, but I want to share it again. It's going to open up on May 15th. That'll give you some time to start getting your records ready so you can put those into Infinite Campus for the end of the year progress report. PTA, they've been busy this week. We had a very good meeting this past week. They decided that we're going to have a readathon next year, and they're meeting with staff, and the families are going to work together and try to come up with something that is it's fun and kind of share the load. So it was very encouraging, and I'm excited for it. And they've been doing a great job. There's a Minnesota field trip and activity expo taking place, and Erin, our PTA president next year, Erin Evans, she was wondering if I'd send this out to staff because the expo is in August and she's going to attend, and she's wondering if people want to go along or if anyone is interested in her bringing back flyers of different places to go. So if you are, please let her know, or let me know and I can share the message with her. In instruction, in a district instructional team meeting update for this week, the hub will be our new version of the old data site. That's very encouraging, exciting for us because I know the Infinite Campus has been a little hard to maneuver, and the hub is a lot easier, and I think we get trained in that, and we'll get some familiarity and kind of design it, because the hub we can design ourselves and kind of make it look like our old data site. Then there's in Infinite Campus, there was talk that we could have an ad hoc training in the fall. Ad hoc is how you create reports in Infinite Campus, and these are the things that you would use that you can't create in the hub. It's more specialized. We have an instructional change. Steph is going to be stepping down as our instructional lead for next year. I'd like to thank her for the last 4 years of service. She's done a good job and she's very dedicated. And she said it's just time to change. So I can respect that, and I want to say thank you for the years and for all of your insight. Learning Supports had a meeting as well. And one of the things that came out is that our ADSYS will be now located under instruction. They were under learning supports. And that would be Jenny Daravingas. So she's going to be, her department will be working with instruction. And then also the BAS testing prior to start of the school year. They're continuing to talk about that and work on a plan so that we could do some assessing prior to school starting and hit the floor running when school starts. There'll be more information coming. Targeted services. I was at a meeting this week, and they shared that they're creating 3 6-week units, kind of like they did in summer school. That is a background knowledge and get kids excited. And they said we could use those, or schools can create their own type of targeted services program. In other words, what we're still doing. Or we could do some kind of hybrid where you'd have a little bit of both, because what we currently do is more traditionally drill and kill is what they say. We try not to as much. And the units of study, or the 6-week units, are more fun and background knowledge. So we could possibly create a hybrid. Well, I have one more message in management, and I wanted to wait, and you'll see why. There's instructional and learning support leads. I didn't want to bring this up before I mentioned about Steph leaving. If you are interested in becoming instructional or learning support lead, please contact me by Friday of next week. We're going to look at that and see who's interested in. And if you are wondering about it, come visit and we can talk, and I can answer some questions. We may be moving around some different things, and with Steph leaving and learning support's going to instruction, we may have one or two in each or whatnot, but we're going to start talking about that. But I want to see who's interested in either of those positions. Well, thank you for another good week, and have a great weekend.